Welcome to Folk Stage. I'm Rich Warren. Today we dip back into the archive for a wonderful day of music that occurred at Stages Music Hall on Clark Street near Wrigley Field on November 4th, 1979. It was a benefit concert for Michael Cooney, who had been injured in a disastrous automobile accident a few months earlier. On the program were Steve Goodman with Jethro Burns, a guest appearance by Corky Siegel, and Pete Seeger. We're going to broadcast all three parts of this concert. Next week will be Cindy Mangsen and Art Theme, and the following week more from Steve Goodman and Pete Seeger. So you'll have the full concert, which has never been broadcast in its entirety. We hear a brief introduction by Cindy Mangsen of 3 songs, and then Steve Goodman with Jethro Burns, concluding with Pete Seeger, and then a jam with the entire ensemble. So here, from November 4th, 1979, is Cindy Mangsen.
One of the shortest voices in Chicago folk music. Me and Steve. This old mandolin is carved out of pine. It was given to me by a hobo down the line. Will to me with these last words, before I pass over, I'll show you some chords. This old mandolin's made out of earth and of stone. It's the sound of the railroad, leaves you feeling all alone. This old mandolin will take a hobo back home. This old mandolin is sure full of sand. It'll play out of tune if there's a cop on the train. Sing you the rhythm of the super chief out of St. Paul. That ain't all. This old mandolin'll make a young girl open her window like a warm breeze on a rainy night, like a hex sign on a bar. This old mandolin'll keep a hobo from harm. This old mandolin, it's carved out of pine. It was given to me by a hobo down the line. Willed to me with these last words, before I pass over, I'll show you some chords. This old mandolin's made out of old barns and water tanks. If the jukebox is busted and you need an old song, this old mandolin will take a hobo back home. This song is supposed to be sung by an otter, a sea otter. All right? Sort of like Peter Pan, you just have to believe in these things and then it works. If you don't believe it, this song is going to sound really strange. It was written by Gordon Bach, who has been in Maine a real long time now. The otters are talking to him. I go down to the Brandy Tree. I take my nose and my tail with me, all for the world and the wind to see, and I never come back no more. Down the meadow marsh deep and wide, tumble the tangle by my side, all for the westing wind to run and slide in the summer rain. Sun on the hill, come go with me, wind, come walk beside me, moon on the mountain, go with me, it's a wondrous way I know. I go down to the windy sea, I call for the seal to play with me, slide rock and dive in the bay and sleep on the ledge at night. But the seal don't try and tell me how to fish in the windy blue, 'cause the seal's been fishing for 1,000 years, and he knows that I have too. When the frog goes down to the mud to sleep, the lamprey hides in the boulders deep, and I take my nose and my tail and go 100,000 hills. Sun on the hill, come go with me. Wind, come walk beside me. Moon on the mountain, go with me. It's a wondrous way, I know. Someday down by the Brandy Tree, I'll hear the shepherd call for me. Call me to leave my happy ways and the shining world I know. Sun on the hill, come go with me. My days have all been free. The pipes come laughing down the wind, and that's the way I go. That is the way for me. Well, Halloween's over. Another year to go through before my favorite holiday. You ready for a scary song? This is a real scary song. This is a song about a female werewolf. Equal rights in all fields. This song is called the Griesly Bride. Griesly means uncanny. Might also mean grizzly, I don't know, but grizzly would apply in this case. And dingoes are wild dogs. Lie down, my newly married wife, lie easy as you can. You're young and ill-accustomed yet to sleeping with a man. The snow was deep, the moon was full as it shone on the cabin floor. His young wife rose without a word and ran barefoot through the door. He up and followed fast and sure, and an angry man was he. But his young wife wasn't there in sight, and only the moon shone clearly. He followed her track through the new deep snow, calling out loud her name. But only the dingoes in the hills yowled back at him again. Then the hair stood up along his neck, and his angry mind was gone. For where the two-footed track gave out, a four-footed track went on. Her nightgown lay upon the snow as it might on a bed sheet, and the tracks that led from where it lay were never of human feet. He first started into walking back, and then he began to run, and his quarry turned all in her track and hunted him in turn. An empty bed now waits for him as he lies in a crimson tide. Beware, beware, O trapper man, beware of a Griesly bride.
Thank you, folks.
Back in 1899, when everybody sang Old Lang Syne, 100 years was a long, long time for every boy and girl. And now there's only one thing I would like to know, and that's where did the 20th century go? Well, I swear it was here just a minute ago, all over this world. And now the 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world. Does anyone remember the Great Depression? I read all about it in True Confessions. Made me late for the recording session, 'cause somebody put me on hold. Has anybody seen my linoleum floors, petroleum jelly, and 2 world wars? Well, they all got caught in the revolving doors, and it's all over this world. And now the 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world. And every winter's getting colder, summer's getting hotter. Wishing well is wishing for another drop of water. Mother Earth is blushing 'cause somebody caught her making love to the man in the moon. How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm now that outer space has lost its charm? Somebody set off the burglar alarm, and it's not a moment too soon, because the 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world. And oh, Father Time has got his toes a-tapping, standing in the window, grumbling and a-rapping. Everybody's waiting for something to happen. Tell me if it happens to you. The judgment day is getting nearer. There it is in the rearview mirror. If you duck down, I can see a little clearer, all over this world. And now the 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world.
Thank you, folks. Well, one waltz. This is for anybody who's ever been ice skating. And for my grandparents that used to take me to see the old Smoothies and the Ice Capades. My grandparents used to take us down to the ice skating show at the hockey rink at the stadium when the Blackhawks were on the road. We'd cheer for the clowns in their costumes, the beautiful figure ballet of the former Olympic champions as they'd spin on the frozen spray. But there was one moment in that whole spectacular show when the band would strike up a quiet waltz and he'd turn the lights down low. Oh, Smoothies, 2 old people on skates, sequin septuagenarians doing their figure eights. How they glide around the arena, so serene and sublime. They had been the old Smoothies for a long, long time. Now where did they get the stamina? And how did they stay in shape? Well, I know that took a lion's share of liniment, pride, and tape. My grandpa smiled and the Smoothies would glide and pirouette. And then he'd reach for my grandma's hands, and grandma's eyes got wet. The spotlight followed the smoothies while they circled the ice and bowed. That must have been 20 years ago, but I could see it now. Oh, smoothies, two old people on skates, sequin septuagenarians doing their figure eights. How they glide around the arena, so serene and sublime. They have been the old smoothies for a long, long time. Room got a lot of stuff. It's got a laundry bag and a shoe shine cloth, 32 hangers and a touch-tone phone with a light that goes on when I'm not home. I'm not home, I'm not home. The light goes on when I'm not home. They got an air conditioner for when I'm hot. They got a radiator for when I'm not. And two big chairs that sit side by side with a Holy Bible and a TV guide. They got the TV guide, TV guide. Great God Almighty, it's a TV guide. They got a second-story view that goes from curb to curb and a sign that says, please don't disturb. A monogram towel and a bucket of ice. They got a chest of drawers and a mirror that lies. A mirror that lies, a mirror that lies. That can't be me in the gorilla disguise. They got a room service menu for food and drink. They got a porcelain throne, an aluminum sink, and two big pillows just to rest my head. They got the magic fingers on a king-size bed, and first you drop in the quarter, you shut off the light. The magic fingers make you feel alright. They make you feel alright, feel alright. The magic fingers make you feel alright, feel alright, feel alright. Magic fingers make you feel alright. This old hotel is alright with me. They pay the postage if you lose your key. The hotel room has got some stuff, but I believe I've had enough. I call my baby, so don't you pout. Pack up my bag and I'll be checking out just as soon as you hang up the telephone. Put a candle in the window, I'm coming home and I'm coming home. Coming home, put a candle in the window, I'm coming home and I'm coming home. Coming home, put a candle in the window, I'm coming home. Well, anyhow, this is a song I made up with, remember John Prine, folks? And we wrote the song in which we, in which we tried to put into one song everything that had ever been in any of the country and western songs we'd ever heard. And his contingent over here isn't going to let me out of the building unless I sing the damn thing, so here it is. It was all I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. You're the one who always tried to change me, and that is why I will always stay the same. But never minded standing in the rain. Well, you don't have to call me darling, darling, but you never even call me by my name. And they modulate. I always do that. I've seen my name a few times in the phone book. And on the neon sign above the bar I used to own. And there's only one thing that I'm sure of. What's that? I'm going to hear it when my Savior calls me home. Well, that's a lot to get into one song, but we left out all the good stuff. And I remember trucks, prison farms, trains, mother dead dogs, Christmas farms, and getting drunk. Dead dogs like old Shep, prison trucks, trains, farms, Christmas, mother, getting drunk. So anyhow, here's the last verse. Ever since the dog got drunk and died, and Mama went to prison, there ain't nothing around this old farm that's been the same. And you know, when Mom broke out last Christmas, girl got him getaway laundry truck right into a train. But I'm gonna hang around as long as you let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. Well, you don't have to call me darling, darling, but you never even call me by my day. Not even take your medicine. This is Jethro, ladies and gentlemen. Evanston's world-class mandolin player. The street lamps are on in Chicago tonight, and lovers are gazing at stars. The stores are all closing, and Jane Burne's been chosen, and Cassio's counting the cars. There's more cars than places to put 'em, he said, but I've got room for some more. So round 'em up, boys, 'cause I want all the toys. Hit the lot by the grocery store. To be away, hey, tow 'em away. The Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's none that's so hairy, and we always collect our fees. To be away, hey, tow 'em away. We plunder the streets of your town. Be it Edsel or Chevy, there's no car too heavy, and no one can make us shut down. We break into cars when we gotta, with pickaxe and hammer and saw. They said this garage had no license, but little care I for the law. All my drivers are friendly and courteous, and they never wait until dark. And they finally got the council to pass some alternate parks, singing away, hey, tow 'em away. The Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's none that's so hairy, and we always collect our fees. To be away, hey, tow 'em away. We plunder the streets of your town. Be it Edsel or Chevy, there's no car too heavy, and no one can make us shut down. And when all the cars are collected, and all of their fenders are ruined, tow every boat in Belmont Harbor to the Lincoln Park Lagoon. And when I've collected the ransom and sunk all the ones that won't yield, go and tow all the planes that are blocking the runways out at Old Airfield. To be way, hey, oh, hey, the Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's nothing so hairy, and we always collect our fee. To be way, hey, oh, way. Now citizens gather around, and I think it's enough, and let's call this bluff, and let's go the bum out of town.
Thank you, folks. That's very nice of you.
That was just an excuse so that I could relearn the key of A minor well enough to try and follow Jethro on this next song.
Arlo Guthrie recorded this song in 1972. Good thing he did. Had to learn the chords from somebody. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central Monday morning rain. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of men. Out on the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee and they roll past houses and farms and fields, passing towns that have no name, freight yards full of old black men and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Just saying, good morning America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm a train they call the city of New Orleans, and I'll be on 500 miles a day is done. Now we're dealing cards with the old men in the club car. It's penny a point, ain't nobody keeping score. Just pass that paper bag that holds the bottle, and you can feel the wheels grumbling beneath the floor. sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their daddy's magic carpet made of steam. And mothers with the babes asleep go rocking to the gentle beat and the rhythm of the rails is all they dream. Singing good morning America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans. We're changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. It's halfway home and we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness roll into the sea. But all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and the steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings that song again. Its passengers will please refrain. The train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Singing good night America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when day is done. Just to sing good night America, how are you? Say, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone a long, long time when day is done. Right. You gotta give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break a little. That's the glory of love, that's the story of love. Lose a little, sometimes you get the blues a little. That's the glory of love, that's the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, have the world in its charm. Gotta get one tonight. Through us, we'll be safe in each other's arms. Win a little, lose a little, sometimes blues a little, but baby, that's the glory of love. That's the glory of love. When things get a little too deep, I got to remember that That's the glory of love. Long as there's just the two of us, to have the world and all its charms. When the world is through with us, we'll be safe in each other's arms. We gotta give a little, take a little, not go for heartbreak, a little, but baby, that's the glory of love. Yeah, baby, that's the glory of love. That's very nice of you, folks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are all gathered here tonight for a wonderful cause, I'm sure. Mr. Michael Cooney, my God. Right now, we'd like to bring to the stage a young fella. I love that. A young guy. Hell, he ain't young. He's older than I am. God, that's old. But this is a guy that I have admired ever since I can remember. And I don't have to tell you because you have too. Let's bring on our all-time hero, our star, Mr. Pete Seeger.
Jethro didn't tell you I'm so hoarse I can hardly let out a croak, so I got to play you a tune on the banjo. These are tunes I've whistled for years and I guess never performed ever, but now I got to, since I can't sing. Here's another one. A good melody is like a well-constructed building. It can serve different generations and different purposes. I don't think Stephen Foster really knew what a good tune he wrote. I used to joke in my house, everybody can be working hard and I'm lying on bed picking the banjo. And my children say, Father's practicing. So this is the Goofin Off Suite. don't know if you realize how lucky you are here in Chicago. My gosh, what a lot of great musicians you got. I'm going to take advantage of asking Steve and Jethro to come out here again. We can play some. Key G, all right?
Alan, you want to come up and sing too? Is Alan Dammer? Well, we don't care what she don't allow. We gotta play it out anyhow. My mama don't allow no music played up here. Now, mama don't allow no banjo played around here. Sure don't allow no banjo played around here. But if banjo playing is what you like, then you have to get beat singing the mic. And mama don't allow no banjo played here. Mandolin played in it. You don't allow no mandolin played out here. Jethro, I think this thing got too slow. You're gonna have to pick up the tempo. Mama don't allow no mandolin played in it. 12-string playing in here. Sure don't allow no 12-string playing in here. 12-string playing in these no slob and here that Gibson known as Bob and Mama don't allow no 12-string playing in here. Banjo playing here. Sure don't allow no other band playing here. Oh, I guess Alan's put it down. Found some money he can tear up around the mile. I know banjo playing here. He made that money playing the banjo. Musical saw playing it here. You don't allow no musical playing it here. Now to play this thing, you have to be smart. And now we've got to hear from our mama. Don't allow no musical saw around here. Nose flute played around here. Sure don't allow no nose flute played around here. Now we don't want to get in any union trouble. It says in our thing's contract that he has to double, so mama don't allow no nose flute played around here. Well, I don't really sing no jazz, but I don't know how I'm gonna sing no with this song around here. Well, I don't care what mama don't allow no sing this song tonight anyhow. No, don't allow no song around here. My mama don't allow no hand clapping out there. Sure don't allow no foot stomping out there. A lot of money for Michael Cooney. Mama's on a novel. Good time. Music.
concluding with Steve Goodman's signature closer, with the entire ensemble jamming on Mama Don't Allow. This edition featuring Cindy Mangsen at the beginning, and then Steve Goodman with Jethro Burns and Pete Seeger. Bringing to an end this first part of the Michael Cooney benefit concert from November 4th, 1979. We'll hear part 2 next week with a complete set from Cindy Mangsen as well as Art Theme.